Welcome to another episode of Fougere Family Adventures. Today, I would like to introduce you to the Rod Loan Program. This Rod Loan Program is sponsored by Lure Jensen and the Freshwater Fishery Society of BC. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Now, this Rod Loan Program is available all across British Columbia. I'll put a link in the description so you can find a program near you. Now, before you come fishing, make sure you buy a fishing license. And your fishing license helps support fishing docks like this, and it helps support stocking programs in the province. Now, the fish we're fishing for today are rainbow trout. It's perfect time in the morning, the lake is calm, the fish are rising, and we have our rod that we've rented from the visitor center here in Quesnel. Now, the Rod Loan Program is a free program for you. If you're looking at getting into fishing, or you would like to take a kid fishing so they can experience this, go down to a visitor center near you, pick up a rod, pick up a spinning reel, and it also comes with a tackle box. Now, if you're new to our channel, or if you've been following us all along, you'll know that we love Gibbs products. Gibbs has kindly donated a bunch of spoons for us to give away on the fishing dock. So we will be using some of our favorite spoons here on the fishing dock, which include Gibbs Crocs, Gibbs Koho spoons, and Gibbs Kitimat spoons. Now, it's always important to have a selection in your tackle box because one day, if one lure is not working, another lure will be. Now, there are some recommended guidelines for you to follow here on the fishing dock. They are posted on the dock down below, and I will also put a link to the first video I made on the fishing dock, and it goes over some of these points to follow. The biggest thing that I would recommend is you bring a catch and release fishing net. If you look on this dock, there's been a lot of fish caught, and I don't know how many of those fish have been released or how many have been kept. Now, make sure you check your fishing regulations before you come here. There are special fishing regulations on this lake. Now, before we get fishing, I would like to give you a quick tutorial on how to use a spinning rod if you haven't used one before. Spinning rods are quite simple. They have a reel and they have a bail. Now, you can see here, come right in, I like to have this part of the bail, which reels the line onto the spool facing upwards towards my rod. Grab the fishing line, lift it all the way up. You want to come straight off the spool, straight up to your rod, and you want to hold the line there. We're going to open the bail, and that will allow line to come off the reel when we cast. When we're casting, you're going to swing the rod back, and when you're at about maybe 2 o'clock, you're going to let go of this line and it's going to send your lure out there. I prefer to use about 1 foot close to my rod tip. You can see there. And now that I have this in my hand, I'm going to come back and I'm going to let go. As soon as it hits the water, I want to hold on. I like to hold on the reel like this. So I like to have my hands around the reel. As soon as it hits the water, I will close the bail and I can just start reeling in. All right, we got Sarah hiding in the background. She's going to come on in behind us and she's going to start fishing with me. Come on over. Sarah has our ugly stick that we use for our family, and it is outfitted with a Koho spoon. I will show you some of these spoons. This is a croc. And Sarah has the Koho. So that right there is the Koho spoon. Okay, another thing that I would like to show you is the drag. Now, a spinning reel has a drag system on the front. It has a knob. If you tighten this knob, you will not be able to pull line. When a fish bites, you want to loosen it. You want to have it loose enough when you're fishing, where if the fish bites, the fish can pull line. That's pretty good. You can loosen it a bit more. But if you loosen it too much and you're just going to be reeling against that fish, you're not going to be able to reel the fish in. So you want to have a drag that is somewhat tight, not too tight, and you want that fish to be able to pull line. Sometimes you'll watch in our videos when we're fighting a fish, we'll be playing with this drag. And when we play with this drag, it's usually because we have a bigger fish on, or the fish has a lot of energy and we want to tire him out just a little bit before he gets into our net so that we can safely catch him and let him go. I want to also touch on some points from the fishing dock, especially this one, that I like to do. The water out here is about 9 to 10 feet. It slowly drops down. As soon as our line hits the water, we want to close the bail like we talked about, and then we want to start reeling right away. We don't want our lure to sink too fast, hit the bottom, we'll snag weeds, and then we're catching weeds all the time. But we also want to keep our lure in the zone where those fish are. So we want to have our rod tip down, closer to the water, if it's a lighter spoon. And if it's a heavier spoon, you can leave your rod up and it will bring that lure up along the grade and the fish will come in and bite it. So this is what we're talking about. We open our bail, cast it out. I always switch hands, close the bail, rod tip down, and reel right away. Sarah had a bite.
I lost it.
So just reel right away. Have that rod tip down. One row's just right there, 40 feet out. Oh. Oh, look at that! Look at that! How about that? And the hook just came out, so take the hook away.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's a nice rainbow right off the dock. There he is. Perfect. Now I'm assuming Sarah wants a picture because she doesn't come out in the fall very often. So I'm going to have her hold this net. When she's ready, she's going to lift the net in. She's going to keep the fish in the net on the dock. We don't want this fish bouncing around on the dock. It will take away all of its protective slime. I'm going to get my camera ready and we'll take a quick picture and let this fish go.
I just don't want it to jump around.
I'd like to show you some of the lures that we're using this fall and some of the lures that Gibbs has kindly donated for this video. A little bit of history on tossing spoons for trout. I had a bunch of spoons that I used to use for coho fishing on the coast. Now I took a week off and I was fishing rainbow trout. I thought, why not spoons? They look like goldfish. So we have the crocs. These are the Gibbs crocs. These are 3/8 ounce. Now we're giving these away. They cast great from the dock. And the Gibbs crocs are amazing. You have them in copper and you can get them in brass, gold, and this is really matching the hatch. These crocs look like goldfish. Get a couple different sizes, a couple different colors, and you'll be successful. Now, I love to try new things. So I decided to jump into different spoons. You'll see in some of my older videos that I have different spoons from different manufacturers, and I kept coming back to Gibbs. Now, earlier this fall, the Gibbs Koho spoons. Again, another spoon I used to use for coho fishing in the rivers. You got them in copper, you've got them in brass. Both of these spoons have caught fish in this lake. This copper one seems to be the best so far, but the gold, we haven't had a real chance to give it a chance because it has been cloudy. I believe this gold is going to excel when it is sunny out, when it has a chance to reflect the proper light that it needs to. Now, an underrated spoon in my tackle box has quickly rose to the top. That is a Gibbs Kitimat spoon, this one right here. Now my cousin Brent, he came out and we were fishing and he was hooking fish like crazy on the Kitimat spoon. So I picked up a couple in the larger size. This size here has been working for us. This is the 45. It's a little smaller than the larger one that Brent was using. But these Gibbs Kitimat spoons, for whatever reason, have been catching more trout yesterday than the Koho spoons. So it's always good to have a good selection of colors and a good selection of spoons. You're going to be giving out different vibrations in the water. You're going to be calling those fish in. And pick yourself up some of these spoons. Absolutely amazing. And good luck. Yes, hi, good morning. Oh, nice net.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Watch our channel?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Go, you got the right spoons too?
Yeah, I think so.
You
I
get,
bought them as soon as I heard you were out here fishing one day, and I went out and bought a whole ton of them.
I got some other spoons that you can try too.
Man, you got the same tackle boxes here. Those are little.
This is, actually we're doing a program. The Visitor Center rents out rods for free. So we're just doing a video on the rod rental program that they do. And Gibbs has donated these to give away to people at the dock.
Oh, awesome.
So we try those ones out and see.
Oh, great.
Sarah caught one on the Koho this morning.
Oh, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So the Gibbs, I've had a couple hits on the croc, but for whatever reason this year, not getting as many as the Koho.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and then, what was it, last weekend was a Koho,
Mhm.
and Saturday was a Koho, and then yesterday was a Kitimat. We couldn't hook many on the Koho for some reason. Oh, two of them right here. Come on, come on, bite my hook.
That was a big one.
Yeah, oh,
Oh, right there.
oh, come on. They're here. Like a kid.